Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about artificial intelligence. Recently, you may have seen, you may have not, that Skynet is upon us. Artificial intelligence has been doing crazy things as of late with like ChatGPT and other things. They've built businesses, made people money, done all kinds of things. But one thing I have a question for it is, can it help me take care of an animal? And that's what we're going to do today. Today, I'm going to be asking artificial intelligence to give me info on how to take care of my bearded dragon. Is it wrong? Is it right? We're going to find out. Let's get to the computer, shall we? So here we are with ChatGPT. This is an AI model that people are using for all kinds of things. People are making money with this. People are teaching it all kinds of stuff, including writing their own research papers for schools. Schools are trying to ban this. There's all kinds of stuff with this. But what I want to know is, can this give me info on bearded dragons? Can it teach somebody who has no idea what to do about bearded dragons correct information? If you see right here, it says, may occasionally produce harmful instructions or biased content and has limited knowledge of the world and events after 2021, incorrect information. So we are going to deal with that. Now, that's why I come into play. I will verify if the information is correct. Let's go ahead and drop in the obvious question. How do you take care of a bearded dragon? First off, right off the bat, it said housing, provide a large enclosure that is at least 40 gallons for adults. Now here's the thing, you can totally, we have evolved, and this is from 2021, and to me, recent years, we have evolved past the 45-gallon threshold for bearded dragons. You can keep a bearded dragon alive in a 40-gallon, no doubt. I used to do that back in the day, but I have evolved myself. Back in the day, I was the same way. I was like, 40 gallons is enough for a bearded dragon, an adult. But now that I go back on it and I look at what I have now, I keep mine at 4x2x2, basically a 120-gallon tank. And now that I look at my 120-gallon tank, I was like, how did I ever keep these guys in a 40-gallon? I don't understand. You know, we grow and we get better and we keep learning. That's what this AI is doing. But to me, that's a little bit of outdated information, pretty outdated. Because for me, even now look, I have pretty much, it's a 130. I built it myself. It's like a 130-gallon tank. But I look at it and I'm like, man, this looks small for my bearded dragons. Bearded dragons are a medium-sized lizards, but they're pretty big. And it says a large enclosure. I can't keep a lot of things in a 40-gallon tank that are lizards because they love to just run around. So a little outdated, to be honest with you. This one is very interesting, and also it makes me wonder. It says provide a basking area with a heat lamp and a cooler area with the UVB light. I feel like that's separate them. You need a basking area with the UVB light right beside it. They need to be right next to each other because that's where they go to bask. They need the UVB to help with their body, with their everything. UVB is so important for lizards, so you need the heat and UVB right next to each other. It makes it seem like it's on opposite ends of the tanks right there. That's terrible information. I feel like everybody in the reptile hobby knows this and has known this, so that's just terrible information right off the bat. The enclosure should also have substrate. Yes, exactly. Example, reptile carpet or paper towels. Oh, that I don't recommend. I mean, you can keep paper towels. Tons of people do paper towels. It's easy cleanup. It's okay. I am a pro substrate guy. I love substrate. I make my own substrate. You can do your substrate how you want to, but bearded dragons love to dig. My bearded dragons, when they go sleep, they go to the bottom, they dig themselves. You know how like dogs run around, they like run around and then they lay down? That's exactly what my bearded dragons do. They love to dig. So reptile carpet, they always get a lot of times. I've never had that happen, and I used to keep my bearded dragons and tons of lizards on reptile carpet too. Like I said, always learning, always evolving. I never had it happen, but I have seen them get their toes kind of stuck and they jerk it up. People have had bearded dragons who got their toe stuck and they just ripped their toe off. So reptile carpet, old knowledge. I think just pulling old knowledge is what this is doing. Let's go to diet. What do we have here? Feed your bearded dragon a diet of insects, cricket, mealworms, and vegetables. That's pretty good. Offer food in small amounts twice a day and remove any unfeeding for 15 to 20 minutes. Dust insects with calcium supplement once a week. If you have good UVB, that's great. That's honestly wonderful. Carrots, collard greens, kale, that's all right as well. Crickets and mealworms, they're good, but I wish I gave some more examples. But again, that's not bad at all. That's not really that bad advice. Water, provide fresh, clean water in a shallow dish daily. Great advice. You can mix your bearded dragon with water to help shedding. You can, that's great as well. Raise the humidity in the tank if you want to help shed. Then it'll just go back to normal because it is a desert lizard. A lot of people freak out over humidity, but even in the wild, if you go underground in deserts, it's a little humid. So you don't have to worry about too much humidity. Now, a constant humidity, I guess you can, but I spray my tanks like once a week, once every 2 weeks, because in the desert it rains and stuff like that. It rains in the wild, you know, you don't have to just constantly keep it so arid. I like to give them a little bit of water. And plus, in the tank that he lamps on, it evaporates very quickly. Number 4, temps. This is very interesting. Maintain a basking spot of 95 to 105. You can. I feel like that's a little cold. I would recommend like 100 to 110. I have a female bearded dragon. She loves 110. She loves 110 temperatures. I have a male who's, I don't know why, he just likes it a little bit cooler. He likes it around like 105 to like 100, in between that range. So it's not bad. I feel like it's a little cooler. Cooler temperature of 75 to 85. That's fine on the cold side. That's actually a good temperature. Use a thermometer to monitor the temperature. I would say use a thermometer gun. But like I said, this is AI. It's learning. I don't know if anybody on the internet is teaching AI bearded dragons. This is not a bad care guide for a general. I mean, you could find, this is probably stuff you find on the internet right now. We are evolving in the bearded dragon community. We have been evolving, to put it to you that way. And like I said, it's not that bad. It could be a whole lot worse. It could be like 1990s or 1980, you know, type stuff. Let's go ahead and see if we can get some more stuff out of this. I want to know what AI can go with here. For clarification and visual representation, this is what AI recommended my bearded dragon to live in. Now, when you first look at this, you probably are saying, like, oh, this isn't too bad. But for me, I just do not like it. It doesn't look like he has like a small amount of room, but in person, he has like barely any room. And I used to keep my bearded dragons and stuff like this way back in the day, and for some reason it seemed okay, but now when I look at this compared to what I have now, I'm like, oh my gosh. I think it's because you just have something to compare to. And a lot of people keep their bearded dragons in tanks like this. Is very common, but it's just, to me, this is just nothing compared to his house now. I love his house now. It's so much better. I love it. He loves it. When I put him in this, he just looks sad. All right, let's see what it has to say about this. Oh, I love, oh, guys, this is interesting. We're teaching. A 4x2x2 can be a good size for a single adult bearded dragon. Remember that. 8 square feet of floor space, which is larger than the minimum recommended size for, and just remember, now it's 4x2x2 is the minimum, so it's funny it's saying that. The size also allows for provision of basking area, cool area, a space for your bearded dragon to climb and explore. However, keep in mind that even with a tank of this size, it's important to provide enrichment and stimulation. Yes, it's very important. I don't like seeing bare tanks, okay? Put tons of stuff in there, climate spaces, all kinds of stuff. Beef it up. Providing hiding place, climate structure to make the enclosure more interesting and provide opportunities for natural behaviors. Exactly, love it. Okay, so remember in the video I said that we're gonna try new things. Here is the new thing right here. I'm gonna ask you to give me 5 suggestions on ways we could keep bearded dragons better in the reptile hobby. All right, we're gonna add that in there. Let's see what it gives us. Wow, this is, whoa, this is crazy what it just gave me. So this entire time, it's been giving me just the 40 gallons okay, 40 gallons okay. It just gave me, the enclosure should be at least 4 foot long, 2 foot wide, and at least 18 inches. The enclosure should also have suitable substrate. Reptile carpet, ew. Ceramic towel, that's fine. Crazy. Oh man, this is wild. It's funny how I said it had old ways of thinking. I said, how could we make it better? And it updated the ways of keeping with what is standard today. That is wild, because this information only goes back to 2021. So that's pretty crazy that it updated it. The height is kind of crazy, 18 inches, because bearded dragons do love height. They do like to climb, so I'm surprised it didn't go a little higher. Still pretty wild though, still pretty crazy. That's wild. Oh man. Provide enrichment. Bearded dragons are intelligent creatures. Yes, they are. And curious creatures, they are as well. Require mental stimulation to thrive. Enrichment can be provided by providing a variety of hiding places, basking spots, climbing opportunities. Owners can also provide with toys, puzzle features. That's what's crazy. My entire time, I've been keeping bearded dragons for almost 20 years, and I've never thought of this. I've never seen it, but recently I've seen Zen Habitats on their TikTok talk about puzzle feeders, and I watched lizards solve puzzles to get food. I was blown away. It was amazing. It's crazy. Like I said, they are intelligent, very intelligent creatures. I could not believe what I was seeing, but yes, you can provide this stimulation. I love this answer. Let's go ahead and give this answer a thumbs up. Compare average lifespan of bearded dragons kept in 40-gallon enclosures versus 120-gallon plus enclosures. Again, I don't know if the data is there. I'm asking very hard-hitting questions. Let's check it out. It is so crazy how I updated it. Before it was like a 40-gallon is fine for an adult. Now it's saying a 40-gallon is suitable for a juvenile or small adult, but it may not provide enough space for large adults to move around freely and engage in natural behaviors. It's so wild how much it's learned in the past, like, few questions I've asked it. What the heck is going on right now? Again, we're gonna ask it more questions. Give me more examples. Okay, so we've got the examples. Interesting, temperature gradients. To me, that one is just a little too basic, but the overfeeding one, that is where things get interesting. Overfeeding, I've seen it. It's very big in the reptile community now. I used to see it all the time. I used to just see like pictures of reptiles and be like, my goodness, this reptile is fat. Same, okay? Same as in me as well, but I have reptiles that are just a little bit overweight. I wish they could. Here's the thing, reptiles suffer from the same things as humans do when we're overfed. Fatty liver disease, clogged arteries, you see it. It's not good for them, but it's very interesting that ChatGPT said this. Cleanliness, I mean, that's kind of basic. Again, it's giving me kind of basic answers. I just like the overfeeding part. Let's go ahead and give feedback. That's maybe too much. Keep their enclosure clean, suitable substrate. Let's go ahead. Neither answer is better. Let's ask it again. Let's check this out. Can you give me more innovative ideas? All right, let's see. So here are some innovative ways it gave me. Create a naturalistic environment. I feel like the hobby has moved towards that way past a few years ago. So I like it, but I feel like it's still basic. Use technology. With the rise of smart home technology, you can connect devices. Yes, this is a big one. I will say that this is getting, I've seen people provide fans, misting equipment, things to really monitor this. They even hook it up to a computer, have the temperature control to exactly where the bearded dragon's from. I do that as well. So that's where we're going. I feel like that's a good one. Enrichment toys, puzzles, again, it's pretty good. These are great. UVB therapy, what does that mean? It's right here. Are starting to use UVB therapy to treat certain health conditions. Is this a thing? Isn't it just giving your bearded dragon UVB? I have no idea what it means by this. I'm asking it this. Can you go further and give me more naturalistic ways that no one has thought of yet? Whoa. Excuse me? What is this? We went way too far. Okay. I have no idea what even to say about that. I think I know what it means, but I feel like it's said in a very bad way. I think it means just like add insects into the substrate. An entire ecosystem, breed the insects inside the cage. If they live, they'll have babies. You know what I mean? But as a substrate, just having a ton of insects in there on a bare bottom, just 3 inches of insects. Going back to the obese part, you know what I mean? That was interesting. Okay, add a foraging area. Bearded dragons are natural foragers, benefit from having this in an area in their enclosure. You can create this by scattering a small piece of food or insects. So okay, that's not too bad. Naturalistic background, I like it. We are moving towards that. Just kind of introduce live plants. Again, we're going bioactive now. Natural lighting. You can use a combination of natural sunlight and UVB for provide your bearded dragon with a full spectrum of light. If you have natural sunlight, then you don't need UVB unless it's inside and it's through a window. Window does block 99% of beneficial UVB light. So, I mean, if you're outside, there's no reason to have UVB. I'm going to say that the live insects as a substrate is harmful and a terrible idea. Natural light cycle. Yes, very good. Live insect colonies rather than person insect fruit. I feel like it's getting to where we're at in the hobby right now. Seasonal changes, yes. Natural substrates, yes. Adding live prey, yes. We're getting, there we go. New answer is better. Thank you. Okay, so let's recap on how much AI has learned so far. This is what it gave me first as a care guide, the 40-gallon paper substrates, very simple UVB and a halogen heat lamp. Then asking it to improve the bearded dragon's quality of care, we got this. This is live plants, substrate, a 4x2x2 enclosure, a custom 3D background, and way better lighting. One last thing I want to ask it. Give me a name. I'm gonna have it name a lizard for me. Oh my gosh. It gave me 10 of them. You pick one. Oh, very interesting. It picked one for us. Ember. I feel like that's insanely common, but Ember it is. So that's all I have for the video. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe. If you want me to update and do a newer video with questions you have, drop those down in the comments below. I'll see you next time.